You can download the arts in the video for free, link in the description. First, we will create the item finder, create a new scene with a Sprite 2D as the core of the scene. Right click, hit rename it to item finder. Set the texture to the item finder image that you can download for free, link in the description. Go to animation, set the H frames to 2 so that the item finder is selected. Go to texture, set the filter to nearest as we are using pixel art. Then go to ordering, set the Z index to the maximum. You don't need to set the Z index to the maximum, just make sure that it is on top of all other objects in your game scene. We will talk about this further when completing the effect. Add a Sprite 2D as a child. This will act as the mask. Set the texture to the item finder image. Set the H frames to 2 and the frame to 1. If you are not using the sprite from the link in the description, then all you need to know is that the areas that are not transparent will be where the mask effect takes place. For the effect, go to material, create a new shader material, select it, create a new shader, name it masks shader, and select it. Inside, we will create a variable called screen texture. This will grab the visuals of the screen before the shader is applied. Then in the built-in fragment function, which is a function that runs its code on every pixel of the object that the shader is applied to, we will set the final color of that pixel to a vector 4, which holds an RGBA value. For the RGB, we will grab it from the screen texture at the position of screen UV, which is the position where the sprite is hovering over on the screen. Then for the transparency, we grab this sprite's texture at the position of the pixel that we are currently setting. This is so we can make the transparent pixels of the image remain transparent. The idea of the shader is that we are grabbing the layer of the scene that we want to show this mask through with the screen texture variable. Then we are placing that texture over the solid pixels of the sprite. Then, because this shader has the highest Z index in the scene, it gives the impression that we are looking through the textures that we are excluding from the screen texture variable, therefore creating the mask effect. Before we put this effect into our game, we will go to Scene, Save Scene As, and save it. Then select the item finder and add a script. Inside, we will check the built-in input function. We will make the global position equal to the global mouse position when there is mouse motion. This is just to make sure that the item finder is set to the mouse position. Additionally, we will hide the real mouse cursor inside the ready function. In your game, you need to have the visuals for the bottom layer and any extra sprites, then a layer that is covering it. This layer will be seen through with the mask. Tell Godot how to differentiate between different visual objects with the mask shader. Add a back buffer copy to the scene. A back buffer copy is a node that captures all the content rendered to the scene, then allows that captured content to be accessed via hint screen texture inside of a shader. Then it forces its children to appear on top of that capture. This order of events is what will allow the mask shader to differentiate between the different content to show. Then add the top tiles as a child of the back buffer copy, or whatever content you want on top. Also, to make sure that the back buffer copy is covering the correct content, go to ordering, and we will set the Z index to 100. Like before, you do not need to exactly set it to 100. Just make sure that it is more than the content that it is covering, but less than the mask. This is important for the effect to work properly. Next, set the copy mode to viewport. Disabled will do nothing. Rect will copy the contents within the rect size, and viewport will cover the entire screen. And because we're using a shader for the effect, you should already see the mask working properly. Now you have a mask system similar to the one seen in Unity, and don't forget that you can check out the project files, link in the description.